Today's topic is about how to motivate your child. Yes, it's motivation from a different angle, from a very, very practical perspective. So you want to drop everything you have learned previously and come with an open mind. You actually want to sit back and reflect on the different teenagers you have seen, their patterns, even your teen years, your pattern. So a parent reached me and her daughter has finished secondary school. So she decided that, okay, she should go and learn a skill based on her interest, her passion. So the girl has learned a skill, but the girl is not pushing with it. She's not going out with it. She's going to go into the university, good and fine. But while waiting to get admission, she's just writing jam. While waiting for her, the mom wants her to get busy. And this is a skill she's passionate about, yet she's not moving with it. She's just at home, relaxing. She can work on herself, work on people around her, but she is not taking that bold step to go out, get clients. Mind you, she registered with other children her age, other teenagers her age, and some of them have gone far. They've learned, they've finished. Some of them have started getting jobs, posting online. They are already growing. And this, my dear mom's daughter, is just relax at home. And so this mom is really not finding it funny, and so she asks, how can I motivate my daughter? How can I push her? How can I make her go out there and use her skill like her mates they learned and graduated together? This class is not only for teenage parents, it's for you. As long as you have children or you care about children, you want to sit back, because it is not the regular how to motivate your child that you are going to learn today. You are going to be learning very empowering information that will give you practical results. My name is Enime Orebo, and this is Parenting with Enime Orebo. If you are new here, welcome and thank you for finding me. What you want to do is to subscribe, is to ask your questions in the comment section, is to drop a like for me, and for us, my community, is to go back to our previous videos and empower yourself, because we have value here. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much, because this is possible because of you. Please do well to tell your friends, everyone, about the value in this channel, Parenting with Enime Orebo. A bit about me: I work with parents, I work with children, young school children in schools. I empower them with life skills, character building, sexuality education, leadership skills, and etiquette and manners. Then I consult for parents. I also mentor parents. I also coach parents. Plus, I have a community of parents who we are partners. We partner together to create our vision, set our goals, and hold ourselves accountable to smash our goals. And it is called the Parenting Accountability Community. It's a community you want to be. It is a very empowering community. So let's go right into the topic of today. Now, the first thing I want you to know is that there are different human beings in life. These differences cut across every aspect in the person's life. Children, teenagers, adults, cut across different aspects of a person's life into how humans get motivated, how we get motivated. Now, we have people who are self-starters. They are proactive. That's the one every parent wants. You just want to have your child, self-starting, especially when they get to teenage years. We want them to be self-starters. When they get to the adult age, we want them to be proactive. For some people, it's innate, it's inborn. You see, going back to the case of this parent, for example, her daughter may have friends who, even while learning the skill, they started taking up jobs. They just have that confidence. They started taking up jobs. They will not even wait for them to finish. Those are self-starters. They can even pick up jobs before they even finish. As they are learning, they are already imagining themselves. Imagine the client they have. Imagine their office space and everything. So it becomes like there is fire on their feet. They can't wait to finish before they launch out. I'm sure as I'm explaining, you have someone you know like that you can easily say, yes, this person fits into this category. So there are teenagers who are self-starters. Now, if you have a self-starter of a child, when she learns a skill, you don't have any worries at all. You know that, especially if they are passionate, it's only when they are not passionate that they are going to become resistant. But when they are passionate, they are going to take it and run with it. So you have self-starters, which is the dream of every parent when their children get to teenage years. Then you have the ones who are responsive starters. These ones, they are not quick to start, but with a little push, they start. You just need to push them, encourage them, set up for them, and they start. They're on their way. Or you just need to like show them how to start. They start. They're on their way. You have these responsive starters. Then you have the third category, the imitators. Now, these ones, they only need to see people who are starting. Say they actually went into the skill acquisition with a group of friends, and one of them is a self-starter. The self-starter is starting and is running. The others are encouraged to start and run. So you have a lot of adults fall into the imitators category. You see adults not taking initiative, not being proactive. But once someone gets into a business or into a trade, you see very many adults doing the same thing. So very many adults fall into these imitators categories. It simply means that they have that capacity to start, but they just need to they have the capacity to start. They may not have the confidence to start. So now the next one is passive starters. Now these passive starters need a lot of push. Yes, they are going to start, but they need a lot of push, a lot of motivations, and not just verbal push and verbal motivation. The responsive starter may start based on verbal push and motivation. The imitators may start based on seeing people and all of that. But in the passive starter, it is always a struggle. And this is where this mom's daughter falls into. Passive starters, they want to start. They are passionate about it, but they don't even know how to start. They don't know where to start. Sometimes they don't have the confidence. They don't believe they are skilled enough to start. Sometimes they just procrastinate. It comes across as lazy. It comes across that they are too reluctant. But the truth of the matter is they are passive starters. Now, when you have this type of children, what you want to do is, as a parent, they need the extra push. They need the system starts. Now, the last category is the resistance. Of course, these ones, maybe they are not passionate about it, or they don't even care. They are not internally motivated. So even learn the trade, you may even force them to do a lot of dragging and all of that. So now these are the categories of teenagers you should expect. The self-starters, the imitators, the responsive starters, the passive starters, and the resistant starters. So let's look at these come to be, how the different starting styles come to be before we look at how to help them. Who we are, our personality at the end of the day, is the product of the interaction between a person's temperament, which is a person's nature, and a person's nurture, which is how a person is raised. And your teenagers are also a product of their temperament. Everyone is originally not the same. There are children who are self-motivated. Even from birth, they have this self-motivated. They have this go-get-it spirit. There are people like that. There are people who are more relaxed, who are more laid back, who thrive on instructions more than others. There are people like that. So temperament is one of the major reasons behind how people turn out at the end of the day. Now, the second major reason is the nurturing, how a person is raised. Have you heard the nature-nurture controversy before? Yeah, 50-50. So the second one is the way you raise your child. You know, as young children, we have a way of always wanting to overparent, micromanage. We don't realize it. You don't realize that every single time you are interfering, when you are not letting the child be independent, take control of his or herself. The truth of the matter is, it is not every child that will take that you're overparenting or helicopter parenting and be broken. No. A child who is naturally independent and strong-willed may still not be broken. They will find a way. It's just like no matter the grass on it, some plant will find a way to shoot out their roots. The same thing happens while some children who are naturally docile, as a result of your micromanagement and overparenting, they are going to be broken. they are going to flourish in that their weakness. Now, this is where it is important that as your children grow, or as you have your kids, you want to make sure you begin to raise them towards independence from the start. Now, this is why having a vision is important. You have a vision and you have your parenting framework, your parenting blueprint towards your vision. It is very important. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll see that I always talk about the need to have your parenting vision and create your parenting framework. In my parenting accountability community, now this is one of the things we do. We are creating our parenting framework. In fact, on Thursday this week, we are going to look at it more. It is important. You need to identify, this is the child I want to raise. I want to raise my child to be self-starter, to be proactive. Then you actually want to realize that so many of the things you do to these children will not make them become that person you want them to become. It is very, very important. A child who is naturally docile, a child who is naturally relaxed, then you are always micromanaging, always hovering about the child, not letting the child to learn on their own. You are going to further weaken that child. You are not building that child, and it happens a great deal. You are not building that child. I'm saying it emphatically. You are not building that child. You need to create your parenting vision. You need to learn practical ways to help your child, to empower your child. Because when children are, okay, a practical example would be, I know of a lady, coincidentally I was with her for about 2 consecutive days, 3 hours for 2 consecutive days. And she has a 2-year-old. She was always smacking, yelling at, stop here, sit down, stand up. At a point, I was like, Madam, she said, the boy is too stubborn. You don't understand. This boy is too stubborn. So I saw her going through some clothes, and she was always picking Jesse, Jesse, Jesse. I said, why are you picking Jesse? She said, she wants her son to be a footballer. Her husband absolutely loves her son to be a footballer too. That even her, she loves her son to be a footballer. And I got wondering to myself, you want your child to be a footballer? Footballer, they need high level of energy to play football. Now your child is 2 years and he's playing. You are beating him and asking him to stop because of his high level of energy. Does it even make sense? To this mom, it's not a big deal. Now imagine if it's possible she's able to beat the high level of energy away from the child. And then when the child gets to that age, she wants the child to go and be practicing for football, she'll start, you are not doing well. You are not, you are slow. You are not energetic. She starts complaining. Now, this is why it is important. You know what you want from the word go. From day one, you know what you want. And you deliberately parent to align with what you want. It is not magic. You just have to be intentional. You know what you want, start from it. Children have the capacity from small to take on any form. So as a parent, you want to, unfortunately, one of the things we don't realize is, one of the things we usually use as an excuse is, oh, this person turned out well, despite what was done to the person. The truth of the matter is, everyone is not the same. The person that turned out well may have had, like I was talking about, there are people that are strong-willed. No matter how you try to tame them from small, when the time is ripe, that their strong will still, nature will still come out. That is it. Because they are naturally strong-willed. You can stop them from talking. But there are children who are not strong-willed. And you know, as children, they like to be, they don't know boundaries. They don't know where to stop. They're just on and on. Instead of you to guide them patiently, you are not taming them, taming that strong will. Now, these children are not, they don't even have strong will in their system. They are just being playful without boundaries. And you have succeeded in taming them from small, hushing them, having them sit down. So, and when they grow older, you want that strong will to come out. It is not anywhere. It is not going to come out from anywhere. Because when it was even rearing its head, you actually bruised it. You pushed it back. So it's not going to come out from anywhere. It wasn't there. It can't come out. Now, this is it. As a parent, you need to have your vision. You need to know the path that leads to your vision. And you need to be intentional about applying, working on the path that actually lead to your vision. Now, having identified the roots, the first thing you want to do is to know your child's personality type. In fact, it is important you know this from when your children are small. From age 0 to 3 is when you should observe your child. Observe them. It's not a time to hush them, shut them, micromanage or all of that. It's a time to learn systems that will help you actually understand your child. So you want to understand your child's personality type. That is the first thing you want to do. So when you know your child's personality type, you know how to help. So if your child is a self-starter, you don't have any issue. You know that all you need to do is to, you know, this kind of children, they can even learn. They don't have the equipment. They will go and look for. I've seen children like that. They learn to make dresses. They don't have machine. They get clothes. They go and meet someone who has machine, and they learn and they use the person's machine to sew. You know, they are just self-starters. They are go-getters. So if that's your child, you obviously don't have any problem. Yes, that's what every parent wants. So you want to know, is your child a responsive starter? They don't need much push. They don't need much encouragement. They don't need much drama. You just need to make sure they are interested. It's actually what they want. As long as what they want, they are going to start with a little encouragement. You have finished. What is the next step? Okay, let's start. You can even reach an agreement with them. Okay, let's start. Let me provide you a space. Start like this, or I'll even give you a loan. I'm giving you a loan. Start, and you pay me back. That's enough commitment for them to start. Let's look at the imitators. These ones, you may need peer mentorship for them. You may need to always have friends. That's why peer pressure is not always negative. There are sometimes peer pressure is good. So you may need to have them pair with friends. Your friend has started. Okay, let's see what your friend is doing, or just encourage them. They have friends. They have a group where they encourage each other. They motivate each other. You can tell, okay, let's open online platform for you. Follow these people. This person sews. This person is about the child of your age. Follow this person. Oh, he opens it and says, oh, this person is my age and he does this thing. That's fantastic. I can do it also. You open another person. See, this person has gone far. See where the person started from. That is it. They're imitators. They are going to learn from that. It's going to encourage them. You see children doing amazingly well in the area the area of their interest, the skill they have learned. They see people doing so well. They see how people are being maybe awarded or being recognized for doing so well in that area. That is all you need to show them. And they will get started. Now, for the passive starters, I think I've mentioned, yes, for the passive starters, this is where you have a bit of work. What do you want to do? You want to encourage them. You want to set up for them. See, I've seen people condemn parents who try to set up for their children. They'll say because you don't raise them to be independent. Every child is not the same. You may have made the mistake by overparenting them when they are much younger. Don't wallow in that mistake. You have not led them. You have not built the skill of independence in them. It is not now that you are beginning to build. You want to start building the skill in them. There are these passive starters. When they start, they can run very, very, very far. They can run very far. All you need to do is to start them in a structured manner. Is to create an effective system for them to start. And they are going to run far. They are going to give you the result you need at the end of the day. You just need to help them get started. What you want to do is to establish them. Okay, I'm going to get you your equipment. I'm going to create a space for you. I'm going to even help you get clients. Yes. You go out and help them get clients. Let them start. Once they start, they see what they are doing. The client referrals will come in and they will keep moving. You create them. You can even take them through. Okay, you have learned your skill now. It's fine. Why don't you learn maybe how to make a business out of it? The practical aspect of it. How to have them learn that extra training. Some children, the self-starters, once they've learned their skill, they are running with it. Imitators may run with it. Responsive starter may even need a bit of extra training. They will run with it. But these passive starters, they will need a lot of push from you. They will need to even learn, okay, the business part of it. They may need to learn, okay, self-confidence to start. It doesn't matter. What matters is that they are starting. You are putting structure in place for them to start. I know at this point, because I've seen on social media a lot of the time, people start condemning this parent. You don't say because people have condemned you, you go back home, you are angry at your child. Hey, no, it is who your child is. Temperament is an influence. The way you have raised your child from small is an influence. So what you want to do is, like I said, you get equipment for the child. After getting equipment for the child, you can even start, help the child write proposal, submit it here, submit it here. It is helping your child. You are saving your child from herself. If you don't do that, they may not have the initiative to do that. They may not have the push to do that. They may keep procrastinating. They may never believe in themselves. So help them write proposals. Help them, tell them where they are going to get clients from. Push them to go to the place and get clients. If it means you going to the place to get clients. This mom that reached me, her daughter is learned tailoring. What I told her, I said, some of the things you want to do is, you want to help her. You want to even use your money to go and buy fabrics. Give it to your friends and tell your friends, okay, come and give this fabric to my daughter. Let her make them for you. When she has made a fabric for your friend, one friend, second friend, third friend, and she sees that it comes out good and they love it, they appreciate it, she will take it. You tell her, yeah, snap, put on your status, tell your friends about it. When she sees that, she is going to be moved to go into it. There are different types of children. I told that you may even need to go to a school, look for a school around you that maybe you can talk to the school. Oh, do you have my daughter sews? We have uniforms we are going to give you. Be her manager. You have uniforms you want also sew for you. Schools sew different things. They sew cardigan, they sew ankara, they sew sportwear, they sew what is it called? The regular uniforms. They sew. They can say they have ballet class. They sew ballet class. They have different clubs. They sew. So you can be her manager, help her, push her for that first time. When she sees it, she's established, she's energized, she is in front of it, her work is getting recognition. You will relax. That's when you will draw back and then she will run with it. Every child is not the same. One of the things parents actually do is you sit back and say, oh, her mates are doing this, her mates are doing this, and your mates, you will learn together. They've started, they are running with it. You seem to forget that every child is not the same. Another thing you can do for this, your child that is passive, for example, especially if it's in skills you see. Maybe let's talk about let's talk about braiding, wigging, or even clothes. You can have her start doing wholesales, just small from the corner of her home. Produce in bulk. Let's try social media. Produce in bulk. Let's try supermarket near us or places near us where we can go and show them our product. Let's just do samples. Show them. If they like it, to start producing in bulk. You can use that for her. Don't relax and say, oh, because your friend's child is running with the skill he or she learns, and both of you learned it together, you two, you are going to run with it. Every child is not the same. I want you as a parent to know that. At this point, I want to introduce my book to you, Understanding Your Child. Every parent should get the book, Understanding Your Child. It is going to save you from the drama of comparing your child. It is going to save you from the whole drama of pressuring your child to the point of breaking your child instead of making him or her. It is important you get the book, Understanding Your Child. You can drop a comment. You can drop a comment to ask how much the book is, or you can check my previous videos where my numbers are, or you can check my bio for my contact and reach me, and I will gladly tell you. You can also feel free to join our community. Parenting accountability community is very important. It's very empowering. We are a non-judgmental community. We just set our goals and we encourage each other. We share our wins, we share our struggles. We learn daily how to realize our parenting vision. I hope this has been helpful. If it has been helpful, subscribe, share the video, drop a comment, drop a like. Tell people about it. Let's come together and raise children who will make us proud. My name is Enimia Urebo. I expect to see you in Parenting Accountability Community. Bye for now.